Banchero is out there with Rogers. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. And for Houston, the wings, Green and Brooks. The pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. This should be a fun one. Suggs with the ball. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Down low. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Boy, good vision that time from Suggs on this play. Finding the most ready shooter and fed him nicely.
Green against Harris.
To the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Brooks. 9 points last game. And Houston calls their first time out of the game. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
To recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference. Prime time.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
Sometimes Green just makes it look so easy.
Pass to Rogers. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Rockets. 4-point game. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
And Van Vliet nails both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Inside, here's Rogers. It's deflected.
Lots of athleticism for the long center. Şengün getting it done.
Van Vliet passes to Green. Smith with it. He's covered by Banchero. To the paint. Here's Brooks. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Inside, outside, mid-range. Brooks has the accuracy to make whatever look he gets work for him.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
So it's the Rockets now after the Magic pick up 2. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Gutsy play that time from Banchero inside against pretty physical defense too.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And here is Van Vliet. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas. Pass to Rogers. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Green after the Magic pick up 2. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Green's got his second bucket of the game to go.
When you try to check Green in pick and roll action, you've got to stop him first.
Something I like about Jalen Green, that ability to go vertical and just adjust midair.
We call that great body control, partner, and you've seen guys over your time around the league where that's a special gift, and it really can make it hard for defenders. Green is excellent using that body and athleticism.
Here's Van Vliet after the made shot from Rogers. Van Vliet kicks to Green. 4 on the clock. Over Harris. They grab their own miss. Şengün goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
That is what Şengün brings this team, the ability to turn misses into makes, doing the dirty work down low.
Magic moving the ball around. And there's Banchero on the assist from Wagner.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Brooks. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
Great dime that time by Smith Jr. there. You see the floor awareness really starting to improve.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Rockets trail by 6. Green left side. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Banchero passes to Rogers. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Assisted by
16 points for prime time.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Van Vliet after the made shot from Rogers. Green drives in. Brooks outside. Şengün kicks to Brooks. Shoots over Wagner. Brooks misses. Orlando leading by 8.
Is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And as the season draws to a close, GA, we've got teams vying for playoff position. Only adding to the importance of each game now.
And for those teams, you have to have the right mentality. You can't treat these like normal regular season games. These are an extension of the playoffs.
Only 3 games left until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the East will look. You look at Orlando. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all.
And I think for the Magic, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
And I know it took a long time for people around the league to trust their success, but I don't think there's anybody left out there who doesn't think they're for real at this point.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Lets the 3 fly in, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor and looking for more.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Van Vliet. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Tricky play by Van Vliet to beat the close coverage, slipping past there for the finish.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Houston making some changes. Whitmore, he's checked in for Jabari Smith. Tari Eason comes in for Brooks. And it's Thompson in for Fred VanVleet. Anthony's checked in for the Magic.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Thompson looking for an opening. Passes it to Şengün. Now Whitmore. Got a piece of it. Suggs with the steal. Banchero with the ball. Picked up by Thompson.
Boy, nice swipe that time from Suggs. I love to see him being aggressive and taking chances on defense.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Down by 15. The pass to Şengün. Tipped away. Suggs with the steal. It's Wagner atop the key. And stolen by Eason. And here we go.
Hey now! Hey now! Yeah!
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. To the middle, here's Rogers. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Rockets have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Thompson passes to Green. Whitmore with it. Thompson outside. Up top, Şengün. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 6. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Cole Anthony.
Inside, Green's energetic play makes him really hard to contest without fouling. The defense's best effort turns into a foul.
Jock Landale's checked in for the Rockets. And a switcher also for Orlando. Isaac's checked in for Banchero. The shot's good from Rogers.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Going inside. Shot by Eason, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Hey, I can't fake it, fellas. I mean, Franz Wagner, 6'9", can make threes, mobile, agile. I'm actually glad I'm just sitting back watching these guys instead of trying to guard them.
Wagner taking 2 shots.
And that one misses. Here we are looking around the NBA. Greg, it feels like there's more parity amongst teams than ever before.
No dominant team has been the favorite every year, and that can all change, though, in a heartbeat. Every so often, a dynasty can be born out of nothing.
Thompson finds Green. Over Anthony. Goes back up. And it's blocked by Rogers. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball.
Houston ball.
Wagner against Eason. 6 to shoot. Thompson from long range.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back, and I understand that, but you should send at least one guy after those.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Green after the made shot from Cole Anthony. Now here's Green. A 24-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And Thompson sends it back.
Two minutes remaining.
Houston moving it around.
2 minutes.
He lobs it up, and it's sent back by Isaac.
And the suffocating reach of Isaac is tough to overcome, and outshoot excels at getting up and denying shots.
Carter.
Substitution on the court.
The pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. Thompson is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Inside. Smith kicks to VanVleet. Six on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. Deep 2 from Brooks. Another miss by Houston. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, prime time in the last game against Chicago was sensational. He contributed 51 points and, as always, was a force on defense, doing whatever he wanted at that end. That stat line was really unbelievable. It's something you really had to see to appreciate. Back to you guys.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Brooks, he can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Harris.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up. He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Thompson outside to the paint. Here's Şengün. Another shot. No good that time. Excellent defense there from Rodgers. Banchero against Brooks. Here's Rodgers. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. VanVleet looking around. Here's Şengün. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Down low, here's Rodgers, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Rodgers has got 4 points now in the quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
I also like the fact that they've been able to block quite a few shots so far. A testament to hard work and good positioning on the defensive end.
And you can always count on VanVleet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
Rodgers, and he jams it with authority.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
And for Houston, they're shooting just 28%. They're offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. Here's Şengün. That one good for 2. Şengün's got 6 points.
Şengün, a force in the lane. That's where he does most of his damage.
Pass to Wagner. Out to the right wing. Here's Banchero. They get it back. Goes up again, and the layup is up and in. 8 points for him.
Love that attacking mentality from Banchero on the glass, getting after it for the second chance.
VanVleet passes to Brooks. The shot, no good. Great defense that time from Banchero. To the inside, and he slams it one-handed.
To me, one of the things that separates Banchero from others is his passing. Now
VanVleet. Pass to Şengün. Back to Van Vliet. Makes it off the glass. Van Vliet's got his second bucket tonight.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Rogers. Sinks the three-pointer.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And often players want to discuss calls with the officials, but Greg, what was your approach with those conversations with referees?
Kevin, well, it depended on the conversation. But at the end of the day, you realize they've got a job to do just like you do. And you try to keep it as respectful as possible and yet still be able to get your point across.
And Orlando making a change here. Black's checked in. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Passes it to Banchero. Harris outside. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
The assist goes to
and one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Smith. The Rockets again can't hit. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 15-6 run. Down low, here's Rogers. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two. Rogers has got 44. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the three ball is good. Brooks has got 7 points in the game.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Rockets foul. Alperen Şengün. First personal foul.
The Magic shooting their fifth and sixth free throws of the game.
Shooting for Orlando. Rogers taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. So for the Rockets. Nance comes in for Şengün. And Tari Eason subbed in for Brooks. Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Anthony comes in for Jalen Suggs. And both free throws good for Rogers. The Orlando Magic come into this one after the win against Chicago.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
The pass to Black, to the middle, and he goes in for the dunk.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Thompson for the triple. Banchero grabs the board. Banchero's got 5 rebounds tonight.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
Clock at 6. Pass to Rogers. 3-pointer. Thompson with the rebound. Houston's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Van Vliet outside. Rogers against Nance. Van Vliet with it. He's got 6. Over Anthony. Van Vliet with the bucket. Van Vliet's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And hard to defend that any better. Sometimes Van Vliet is just going to score no matter what.
Here's Rogers, and got it! Another basket.
My goodness.
Rogers.
50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Van Vliet against Anthony. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No good from outside.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Houston making some changes. Whitmore, he's just... And so it's Orlando way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from primetime.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. Defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Forward spots, it's Wagner and Banchero. The guard pair, it's Suggs and Harris. And it's Rogers in at the 5 down low. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Thompson twins, Amen and Asar, became the first set of twins to become first-round draft picks this summer. Amen said making the NBA has been our whole dream since the 3rd grade. Asar added, I always have someone there to push me and to keep it 100 with me. We're never too high or too low, and we're always just there for each other and want one another to succeed. Kevin?
Oh, man, that's tremendous. David, thanks.
Hey, even when you're not Gary Harris around, he powers these shots in.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Smith finds Van Vliet. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Smith with the dunk.
Simply a great play. Smith Jr. making that play look easy.
Clark, one benefit that Jabari Smith has had in his career is the wisdom from his dad. He has learned a lot.
No wisdom like a father's wisdom, particularly when a dad has traveled the road that his son is traveling in the NBA. I'm sure his dad learned a ton in his experience that he has passed on to Jabari Smith Jr. in a way that's benefited the younger Smith.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Gary Harris has really good rhythm. When he's in a groove now, he feels comfortable going with the pull-up jumper. It's cash.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Brooks has got 9. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Rogers. And good! There's another.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Van Vliet on the wing. 8 points for him. Pass to Brooks. To the paint. Şengün, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Van Vliet outside for 3. Smith. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Magic have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Rogers. And good. He hits it again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And so it's Houston with it. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Knocked loose. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Now the pass to Harris. Here is Rogers. The 3 ball. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Love seeing this from Harris. I mean, proving how effective he can be as a passer.
Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Green finds Brooks. Shoots over Wagner. The Rockets again can't hit. Orlando, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And that one's good. Suggs.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
And they recover it. Şengün passes to Smith. And Smith with the stop.
Beautiful setup. You see right there, Alperen Şengün. His game isn't all about power.
Pass to Rogers from the arc. And another one falls.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Rocket shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Green passes to Brooks. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Rocket shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Pass to Smith. Outside, Green. 5 on the clock. From downtown, Rogers pulls it in. Rogers has got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Harris. Magic working now with the new shot clock. Rogers passes to Banchero. Here is Rogers. Şengün covering. Wagner from long range. Here's Banchero. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Wagner kicks to Suggs. The shot from the low post is good. Suggs has got 4 points now in the quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Şengün, that falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Şengün's got 8.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Harris passes to Rogers. Shoots the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Rogers has got 16 here in the second half.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Van Vliet with the bounce pass. High post, Şengün. Kept alive. Here's Smith. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities. Yep, he's their leading scorer in this game. He's been the dominant figure today, no doubt about it.
And the Rockets with possession here. Brooks outside. Passes it to Green. No good on the three.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Rogers passes to Banchero. And the layup falls. He's got 10.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Harris against Green. Back to Van Vliet. 5 to shoot. Brooks with no one around. Rogers pulls it in. Rogers has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after him. On the wing, Harris. Guarded by Green. Rogers can't make the basket. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Over Harris. And it's Green missing.
Yes, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And the basket by Harris.
Maintaining his balance all the way through. Harris, tough to stop even on these physical finishes.
And for Houston, they're shooting terrible so far in the second half. Down around 26%. Brooks outside. And the pass to Şengün. The Rockets again can't hit.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Jock Landale's checked in for Şengün. Whitmore comes in for Jabari Smith. Tari Eason's checked in for Dylan Brooks. It's Thompson in for Fred Van Vliet. Orlando also making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Rogers. Isaac comes in for Banchero. And Anthony subbed in for Harris. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Whitmore missing. Orlando's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. And that one's good. Wagner.
Easy look provided by Wendell Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can share the rock.
And here is Green. He's got 6. Pass to Eason. Shot to stop the run. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Magic.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Free throw good, Whitmore. Hey, Greg, here we are watching Cam Whitmore. What impresses you most about his game?
Kevin, for me, I think it's his toughness. He's not afraid to get physical underneath the basket, and I really love how gritty he is on the D as well.
Markel Fultz has checked in for Franz Wagner. Isaac outside.
Substitution.
Checked in for the Rockets. Smith comes in for Whitmore. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Rogers checked in for Carter. Wagner comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Okiki's checked in for Suggs. And Black's subbed in for Anthony.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
The pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. Green is out there with Thompson. And it's Eason in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And the NBA said expansion should wait until after the new CBA. Greg, that's done, so what new teams?
I mean, Kevin, it seems like Seattle's been waiting forever. Professional teams have been crowding into Las Vegas, and don't sleep on Mexico City. A lot of potential fans south of the border.
Here's Black, drilled from 6 feet. Black's got his first basket. And the Rockets with possession here. Now, here's Green. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got his 6th rebound on the night. Hits it again. Wow.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Eason. Orlando grabs the miss.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Pass to Okiki. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rogers. Buries it from 3-point range.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Here's Green. And Greg, one of the finer points of the new collective bargaining agreement, players in the G League Ignite or overseas no longer automatically entering the NBA draft when they turn 19.
Yeah, it makes sense. You think about players in college, they choose when to enter the draft. So only right to give pros that same amount of time.
Orlando's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Down low, Rogers. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Shot clock at 6. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Eason.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect.
And it all had to be, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
11 feet away, and it's Orlando with another.
Man, I like the quick catch and release from Fultz. A confident shooter who's ready to fire as soon as he catches it.
Now Thompson. Inside. Şengün with the bucket.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Passes to Rogers. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 3 assists now in this one.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
For Houston, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the 4th. That's about 43%. Green passes to Şengün. That's tipped. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
Houston ball.
Houston making 2 changes. Jay Shante comes in for Tari Eason. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Thompson. And a change for the Magic. Paolo Banchero's checked in for Okiki. The baseline J. The shot by Holiday, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Launches a 3. They get the rebound. Wagner. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Jabari Smith picks one up.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
2 shots.
That's good from Wagner. So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. Isaac's checked in for the Magic. So it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they control the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you later.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. 2 slam dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. A look at Orlando's opening lineup. Harrison Wagner out on the wings. Then there's Banchero. Then there's Jalen Suggs. And it's prime time in at the 5 down low. And for Milwaukee, Giannis and Lopez together down low. Connaughton and Middleton at the 2 and the 3, and it's Lillard in at the point. And now that we're late into the season, Grant, what do you think teams are trying to accomplish?
Well, you know, B.A., for the playoff teams, it's all about getting the best seed and matchup possible. And, of course, for those lottery teams, just continuing to develop and build winning habits.
And the Magic start out with a ball. Here's Suggs. Harris on the wing, covered by Connaughton. Rogers misses. Connaughton outside. On the take. Deflects the pass. Great D that time from Banchero. Pass to Rogers. Here's Suggs. Antetokounmpo covering. Harris left side. Fires the three. Rogers, that's good.
Just continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
Now here's Lillard. For three. Hits a three-pointer.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And the Magic call time here. Kind of amazing that Lillard wasn't a big-time prospect at a high school, Brent.
Well, size had a lot to do with that, B.A. And then Damian Lillard, it's hard to scout will. He certainly has loads of that. Not many guys have a feel for the game like Dame does.
And with the end of the regular season in sight, here are the latest power rankings. Taking a look at Milwaukee, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
When I look at Orlando, they've surprised so many people with their ability to maintain this astonishing display of dominance. But here they are, the best team in the league late into the season.
Here's Suggs. Takes a three. And again, it's Orlando with a three.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Middleton passes to Lopez. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Off target from three-point range. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Harris outside. Primetime passes to Harris. To the wing, right side. Here's Banchero. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Connaughton with the ball. Now guarded by Harris. Connaughton can't hit.
Got to appreciate the aggressive defense he brings.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now here's Banchero. We saw him with 19 his last time out. On the wing, Suggs. Pass to Rogers. Launches a three. And again, it's the Magic from deep. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Connaughton. Back to Lillard. And he makes it on the layup. Lillard's got 5 points.
And Lillard refusing to be denied.
Orlando has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Here's Rogers. From outside, off the mark. The Bucks trail. Antetokounmpo, left side. And here's Lillard. Coming off 41 points last game out. Shoots from 14. Antetokounmpo can't connect.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
A combination of brute force and skill on the interior. Paolo Banchero.
Here's Middleton. 15 in his last outing. Pass to Lillard. To the middle. Here's Lopez. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable. This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Lillard looking around. Over to the left wing. Let's go with a three. Rebound by the Magic. They've traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks and came away with the win.
They flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off, particularly on the glass.
We'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Here's Suggs, still without a bucket. Harris on the wing. Banchero outside. Suggs, the pass to Primetime. There's the three. Rebound by Middleton. And so Middleton will bring it up for Milwaukee, trailing by 5. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call. And these are the teams that have looked to score from the paint often during this season. Orlando in second.
This team has done a great job of hitting the boards, and they do tremendous work boxing out.
The Magic have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Well, Grant, how do the Bucks put the pieces back together and make a run at another title?
Well, the hope is this new coaching staff will unlock some new wrinkles and find ways to keep their offense from stalling in the clutch.
Now here's Lillard. It's deflected. Lopez with the steal. Kicks it out to Middleton. The three is up. Hits the trifecta.
He's a knockdown guy from there. Middleton's never seen the three he doesn't like.
Orlando has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Here's Rogers. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Milwaukee has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Lillard outside. Pass to Lopez. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Here's Suggs, defended by Lillard. 6 to shoot. Here's Rogers. The 3 is up. Ooh, a misfire there. He's made 5. He's missed 5. Middleton against Wagner. Middleton with it. Hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Pure from three-point range.
That basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Orlando calls timeout. You know, when you look at Chris Middleton, Brent, he's been a competitor every way you slice it.
No doubt worked himself into a multiple-time All-Star in the Eastern Conference and one of the most consistent small forwards in the league. Also an NBA champ. I just hope his health can hold out, B.A.
Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Rogers. Rebounded by the Bucks. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. It wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
And it's good. 2 points.
I like their approach here. Suggs really makes the effort to get his guys set up well.
Lillard outside. Pass to Middleton. To the paint. Here's Connaughton. Misses the baby hook.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Suggs, the pass to Primetime. Drills it from deep. And it's a 6-point Orlando lead.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
And Milwaukee has possession. Pass to Portis. Connaughton against Harris. Connaughton can't hit.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Here's Rogers, defended by Portis. Rogers misses.
Perfect timing to rise up and challenge the shot inside.
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
The Bucks making a switch here. Beauchamp's checked in. Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. Cole Anthony comes in for Harris.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Milwaukee has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Anthony against Lillard. Over Anthony. Again, the Bucks. Good for 2.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Isaac outside. Down low. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Middleton against Isaac. And that one's good. Middleton.
Well, at 235 pounds, Middleton is hard to throw off balance, so he can take that contact and still finish through.
And stolen by Middleton. And here they go on a free run to the bucket. The shot by Lillard, no good. Orlando's gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. Anthony, left side. Isaac, the pass to Primetime. And it's off from three-point range. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. 4-point game. Lillard outside. 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
And Lillard a flat-out gunner from deep because he's just a lethal shooter from way outside.
Rogers. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
Remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Lillard against Anthony. Pass to Portis. Shakes him. And the layup is good.
Getting inside and letting Portis do his work. He attacked the bucket that time.
Anthony, the pass to Primetime. Anthony outside. Back to Isaac. Pass to Rogers. Three-pointer. Gets the 3-ball to go. Primetime's got 27.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Lillard against Anthony. It's Middleton on the wing. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one. Orlando leading. Inside, here's Rogers. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Middleton, right side. Orlando grabs the miss. Wagner outside. Pass to Isaac. Here's Rogers. Defended by Portis. Now here's Wagner. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. Middleton's got his 4th rebound in this one. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jacks up a 3. Another miss by Middleton. Lillard against Wagner. Pass to Suggs. Here's Rogers. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And so the first quarter is in the books. Magic out in front, up by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. Changes here for the Bucks. Bobby Portis has checked in for Lopez. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Gallinari. And Chris Middleton is subbed in for Damian Lillard. Harris on the wing. To the inside. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Fantastic assist by Harris on the play. He makes the right call, rotating the ball on that one.
All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Bucks?
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break, that'll add to your total in a hurry.
At small and power forward, it'll be Middleton and Giannis. Then it's Bobby Portis. Then it's Jackson. And it's Beauchamp. And it's the shooting guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Thanks, guys. Both primetime and their last time out against the Rockets got the job done. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Brian?
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Suggs is checked in for Orlando. Here's Middleton. And then Portis with the dunk.
Rebound looked a little too easy for Portis there. Got the big paw up and put it back for the score.
Rogers. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. The Bucks have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Antetokounmpo inside. Isaac covering.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
To the paint. Here's Rogers. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And the shot goes in. Middleton's got 9.
That is tough. Watching Middleton find some kind of shooting window there and then knocking it down.
Pass to Suggs. Here's Rogers. Wagner on the wing. To the middle. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Primetime's got 40 points. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. In this era of positionless basketball, versatile wings are in high demand, Brent.
Yep, every team in the league, BA, looking for that guy between 6'7" and 6'8" that has a lot of skill and can defend multiple positions, space the floor, shoot threes, and make plays. So becoming a complete basketball player at that position is something that is really coveted by front offices.
And when you talk about efficiency, these are the guys that come to mind. Here are the league's best shooters so far. Paolo Banchero on top. 4th, Jalen Suggs.
The shooting has been phenomenal from both of these guys this season. Just look at the percentages they're maintaining.
Antetokounmpo finds Portis. He drops it from range. Portis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Once he has the ball, if his feet are set up, Bobby's going to let those rip.
Wagner against Middleton. And Wagner gets it to go on the assist from Suggs. Suggs has got assist number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Portis. Back to Jackson. Middleton looking around. Here's Beauchamp from downtown. It's rebounded by Wagner. Isaac against Antetokounmpo. Wagner outside. Harris outside. Pass to Rogers. Clock at 4. And a miss there on the triple.
After scoring with ease in the first quarter, he's really cooled down a bunch here.
Jackson can't get it to go.
Got to appreciate the aggressive defense he brings.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Rogers. Coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game.
He is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Here's Jackson, trailing by 4. Middleton outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, great D that time from Isaac.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Now here's Jackson. Portis outside. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Magic. Primetime's got rebound number 7 tonight. Wagner on the wing. Pass to Rogers. Now here's Harris. Defended by Portis. Shoots. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Now it's a 6-point Orlando lead. A minute 37 left in the half. Here's Antetokounmpo. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. They'll pin that one on Jonathan Isaac. Well, Brent, when you talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, still one of the league's elite players.
Unbelievable, BA, the way he started off his career. You felt like there was an end to his improvement. That hasn't been the case. Just a strong work ethic, his desire to compete every day that he's in the gym, and the guy keeps getting better. That's scary.
The Bucks making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Here's Rogers. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Primetime's got 45 points.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
A minute 20 left in the second quarter. Middleton outside. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
How much else the D can do against something like that? Chris Middleton so fast in getting that shot off.
Suggs, the pass to Primetime. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
Ooh, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Here's Beauchamp. Pass to Middleton. The 3 ball. Knocks it down from distance. Middleton's got 7 now in this quarter.
Dare Middleton to answer you, and he will. That's one competitive guy.
Back to Suggs. Here's Rogers. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Middleton from the outside. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Isaac. Not going to go that time. Good D by Antetokounmpo. Lillard with the ball. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Great to see Antetokounmpo going strong inside. At times, the D has no choice but to foul him.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And so Antetokounmpo nails both of them. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half.
Your watch. The Magic, 61.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And it's Lillard with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. On the court for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero at the 3 and the 4. Suggs runs point with Harris next to him. And it's prime time in at center. Middleton finds Lillard. Lillard on the drive. And the dunk by Lillard.
Simply one of the best guards of this generation. Lillard lighting it up here.
Down low. Harris outside. Here's Suggs, defended by Lillard. Shot clock at 6, and the foul on Brook Lopez. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Harris outside. Pass to Rogers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Oh, another one falls. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
The Bucks trail. Timeout called. Milwaukee.
Timeout. Fans, it's time to get loud. Welcome your 4-1-4 crew to the floor. Your Young Bucks dancers.
And a chance here to check out some stats for him. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Middleton passes to Lillard. Over Suggs. Lillard can't get it to go.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, everybody knows that Giannis Antetokounmpo is not just one of the best bigs in the league, but one of the best teammates all the way around. People say about him, he does everything. His teammates say he deals with guys, takes good care of them, makes sure they're healthy from top to bottom. He's the ultimate leader.
Special talent, Allie, and a special person. Thanks for that. Now here's Harris. He's got 5. Pass to Rogers. Rebound by Middleton. Middleton's got 5 rebounds in the game. Inside. And stolen by Banchero. Jumps up. And Harris throws it down.
The long arms making the difference there. Banchero poking it away, leading to a score.
And here's Lopez. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
To the paint. Here's Rogers. Powered down after the assist led him through the lane.
Don't sleep on Banchero's ability as a creator. He wants the best shot possible, even if it's not his own.
Lillard outside. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And the Bucks miss again.
Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
And Carroll passes to Primetime. Yep, that one goes. Primetime's got 57 points.
Yeah, nice dime from Banchero there, wanting to work it over to his teammates whenever he can.
Timeout called. Milwaukee.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Taking a look at the last 10 games, here are the players who have been flat out dominant scoring the ball and showing no signs of letting up anytime soon. Fifth is Damian Lillard.
He's been on an absolute tear offensively. He's found something that's working for him, and he's sticking to it.
Here's Lillard. He's got 15. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. And he's going for the bam! Paolo, what execution!
Get up, Paolo. Rocking the rim.
And it's Lillard with the ball for Milwaukee. They trail by 14. Over Suggs. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Just
got nothing to do with a technical error. Call them and ask you something wrong with their website. Right. Don't do nothing else because you can mess it up. Right. Well, why you not calling on your phone? See that? That's why I told you don't do nothing else. Then you done came all out the app and shit.
A big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. Harris passes to Wagner, over Middleton, and Wagner gets it to go on the assist by Harris. Wagner's got his second bucket of the night. Here's Lillard, currently scoring almost 32 a game. So valuable on offense. Here's Lopez. Back to Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Now here's Lopez. Shot clock at 5. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Offensive board.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Primetime passes to Banchero. Count it. Banchero's got 6.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
To the middle. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
And Giannis treating the defense like a magazine. Easy reading here for him.
Harris outside. Down low. Here's Rogers. The rebound by the Bucks. Lopez has got 4 rebounds in the game. And stolen by Banchero. Antetokounmpo against Wagner. Pass to Rogers. Launches it. Giannis with the rebound. The Bucks have gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Connaughton. It's hauled in by the Magic. Wagner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Harris's shot is good. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Antetokounmpo outside. Here's Middleton. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 5 assists tonight.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Now here's Wagner, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Rogers, that's good.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Middleton outside. Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by the Magic. Here's Suggs. He's scoreless. And Carroll passes to Primetime. Stolen by Middleton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, down low, the Greek freak.
Defensively, you got to try and build a wall against Giannis and cover the paint. There's too much to handle inside.
Timeout called, the Magic.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise!
And the Bucks with some changes. Portis. Well, the Magic shooting it well at 59%. The heavyweights for this team, Middleton and Giannis at forward. Pat Connaughton is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Well, the Bucks shooting only 42%. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Connaughton outside. The open shot by Middleton. Rebounded by Suggs.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And Wagner gets it to go.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Now Harris. Here's Rogers. Beyond the arc. And it's good. He hits another one. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Lillard passes to Lopez to win the run. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Lillard's got 7 assists in the game. Orlando has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Pass to Rogers. On the wing, Suggs. To the inside. Rogers misses. And it's Lillard with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here's Middleton. And he banks in the layup. Middleton's got 25 points.
Great signs to see Chris Middleton have this kind of offensive output.
To the paint. Here's Rogers. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And so far tonight, he's been the game's leading scorer. Just got into a groove, and no one's found a way to get him out of it.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Middleton outside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Connaughton.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Here's Suggs. Harris outside. Pass to Suggs. Here's Rogers. Suggs, the pass to Primetime. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
That's fun to see the handles coming out there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, how do you stop a near 7-footer who's got some dribble skills like that?
Out to Harris. Pass to Suggs. And in deciding against lowering the minimum age for the NBA draft, Grant, do you think it's fair to 17 and 18-year-olds who want to go pro?
You know, B.A., I do think it's fair. I mean, there are other avenues in today's basketball environment where compensation for these guys is possible. You have the overseas route. You have the G League Ignite. And, of course, now colleges have the NIL, so that's huge.
Now here's Wagner. Primetime passes to Banchero. Here's Rogers. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Timeout called, the Bucks.
They're just giving away a run right now. The question is, can they stop the tide?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Some changes here for the Bucks. Miller's checked in for Middleton. Beauchamp comes in for Connaughton. And it's Jackson in for Damian Lillard. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Antetokounmpo against Banchero. And the basket by Antetokounmpo.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Scoring this much while shooting this well. Insane.
Here's Beauchamp. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Rebounded by Suggs. Suggs has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Black. Pass to Rogers from behind the arc. Miller pulls it in.
So disruptive defensively out beyond the arc.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
And it's Orlando with a rebound. Wagner's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Anticipation and length makes Giannis a great shot blocker.
Pass to Suggs. Fires for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Now here's Jackson. Now Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
And another one.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Here's Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Banchero. And so Banchero will bring it up for the Magic. It's off to Philadelphia after this game, where they'll face the 76ers. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on. Yep. Wagner finds Fultz. And here's Isaac. Middleton covering. Here's Black. Here's Rogers. Offensive rebound.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Milwaukee's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Middleton. No good on the shot. Oh, great D that time from Isaac. Pass to Rogers. Out left to the wing. From deep. And they get it back. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bucks. And some changes here for the Bucks. Jackson comes in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Beauchamp in for Connaughton. The Bucks have gone 7 of 14 here in the 4th from the floor. Lillard passes to Jackson. Wagner against Middleton. To the wing on the left. Beauchamp. And that comes off the assist by Middleton.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. This is Chris Middleton making a play.
Wagner outside, down low. Here's Rogers. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And say what you will about the value of the 3-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Oof, he's had a dismal second half, Kevin. He did a great job getting the ball to his teammates and working it around in the first half, but the second half, not so much.
Orlando dictating the flow. Primetime passes to Fultz. On the wing, Isaac. Here's Rogers. Outside, Fultz. Inside. And got it! Another basket!
Incredible! 81 on the night, channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There's no slowing this guy down. He's on fire. Milwaukee has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Here's Lillard. A quick shot there. It's off target.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Pass to Rogers. Fultz with it. Wagner on the wing. Here's Rogers. He's covered by Gallinari. Rogers misses. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 8 of 16 attempted shots to go here in the fourth. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Fires in the triple.
Oh, my. You have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with.
Ooh. Orlando dictating the flow. Pass to Wagner. Here's Black. Here's Rogers. No good with the triple. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Here's Middleton. Lillard outside. Shot from 12. It's hauled in by Rogers. Primetime's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Over Gallinari. Rogers, that's good.
And how aggressive has he been on the offensive end? Over half the team's points have been his.
And for the Bucks, they're shooting around 44%. Not bad. Lillard passes to Gallinari. The three. It's rebounded by Wagner.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Fultz passes to Primetime. And he gets it to go.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Magic.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And we just saw one of the greatest teams of all time win again. They've reached that magical 72-win marker, and they keep going.
It's just a great matchup for them, and they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Primetime.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
There's the triple. Drains the triple.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
That's about as good a job you can do as a defender. Affect the shot and grab and secure the rebound.
Jackson can't get it to go.
Whew, I think he wants that one back. I mean, he knows he's capable of better.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Black passes to Fultz. This one for three. Another one falls. Amazing. That's 91. An incredible feat.
Incredible indeed. This is just a flat-out insane performance.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. So no problem for Orlando as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight.